Welcome to 80 Series Game Channel.
This time, we will continue playing CityBusManager.
It's the game where you manage a bus company using map data from a real city, right?
That's correct. Last time, we started a bus company in Osaka. We also bought a used bus, and we currently have 3 routes. This time, we plan to expand the route even further. Well then, let's get started. Before adding new routes, let's first purchase a bus. I'd like to have 2 on one route. I want to place 2 buses on one route. To transport a lot of passengers at once, we'll use a solo bus that can carry 96 passengers. This bus is on sale for 6.12 million yen. Since the condition of the bus isn't good, I'll negotiate an offer to buy it for 4.284 million yen.
Oh no, was turned down.
Perhaps I tried to bargain too much? Without losing heart, this time, I'll offer around 4.3 million yen for another solo bus in poor condition. How about around 4.3 million yen?
It was accepted. I guess the seller really wanted to get rid of it.
Next, I negotiated the price down to 5.15 million yen for the bus.
It was rejected.
Then, I negotiated the price down to 5.69 million yen for the next bus.
This was also rejected. The bargaining margin might have been too large.
Things don't always go smoothly in the world. First, let's repair the used bus we managed to purchase. We repair V-belts, engines, and display panels. By the way, although I bought a new vehicle, I hadn't hired a driver, so I will hire one now. Here, the hiring decision emphasizes kindness.
Hospitality is necessary, after all.
Now that we've successfully hired a driver, we need another bus. Since haggling over the price of used cars is troublesome, I'll go ahead and buy a new one. The new bus has arrived.
It's a very eye-catching yellow-green. What kind of sense do you have?
The used bus purchased earlier is currently under repair and cannot be used, so I'll allocate the new bus to existing routes as a temporary bus. You can set it by clicking the Add Route button.
I hope it will help generate some revenue. It's running smoothly.
It looks like the repairs on the used bus I bought have been completed. Fuel is low, so refill it. Now we need to assign shifts for line 1. I'll assign the just prepared used bus to the shift. If the shift allocation doesn't go well, the buses won't run according to the timetable, and customer satisfaction will decrease.
Although we bought buses to add routes, we ended up reallocating them to existing routes.
In other words, depending on the distance of the route and the frequency of operations, it's basically impossible to operate one route with 2 buses. Let's check the business situation here.
We're somehow in the black.
Without the subsidy, we'd be in the red. Since we can also set ticket prices, should we try raising them a bit? We'll raise the price for short-distance tickets and lower the price for one-week tickets. Let's try to increase the unit price as much as possible.
Immediately, complaints began to come in about the ticket prices.
Whenever something changes, complaints are inevitable. Service staff, please do your best to handle them. Looking at the service staff here, Kamiali seems very stressed. It can't be helped. Give them a holiday. What a great company.
Are you saying that yourself? Dealing with customers every day can be stressful.
Since we still have to deal with customers even when employees are on holiday, let's hire another service staff member. We have someone very kind here. I'll apply for a slightly lower salary.
They accepted it. In this day and age, there's no good in cutting labor costs.
Please forgive us as we are still in our early stages.
Is that the problem?
The buses whose shifts had ended started coming back one after another. The interior of this bus is quite dirty, so we will clean it.
I got a phone call.
It seems to be a request for rail replacement transportation. Up to 857 passengers per hour are expected. Each passenger pays 680 yen. A rough calculation would give you a maximum income of 580,000 yen per hour. That's great. Let's accept this. First, I want to create a route. The requirements are displayed on the right, and we need to meet them. Yodoyabashi, Watanabashi, Kitashinchi, connecting Osaka and Nakatsu. Now that we've created the route, we can assign buses to it.
There are no more buses available.
I I hadn't thought about it at all. I have no choice but to buy more. I bought 2 at once. We'll immediately allocate it to rail alternative transportation. To avoid a driver shortage, I'll hire drivers in advance. Now we don't have enough lockers, so we'll add more here.
There's a lot to do. But now that we have more employees, it finally feels like a company.
The buses whose interiors have been cleaned will also be used as rail replacement transport. So, what is rail transport like?
It's used quite a lot.
The next bus that returns will also be assigned to rail replacement transportation.
It's past 9 p.m. and there's still no bus in the garage.
Let's check the status of rail alternative transportation. Things have calmed down, and there are few passengers. Operating a bus without passengers is a waste, so we'll cancel the shift midway.
It seems we assigned too many shifts.
Once the bus has returned, we'll clean the interior and perform maintenance. It's past 10:30 p.m., but rail alternative transport is still being used. Let's use this time to add the routes. We wanted to do this time.
At last.
This time, I'll create a route for public facilities, not a separate bus route.
Create bus routes to suit your client's requirements.
Earn 1.7 million yen in 1 week with the Kids Plaza Osaka route. Set up routes that pass through the ferry port and Kids Plaza Osaka. Since there don't seem to be many passengers, I'll buy a minibus. I'm a bit worried about my finances, so should I borrow some money?
It's easy to borrow. Once again, they made the bus a weird color.
The number of bus types and routes has increased. So let's change the vehicle settings to make management easier. It seems like you can enter a number and a destination for directions and display them, so I'll try that.
Oh, it's displayed properly on the bus too.
You can also change the license plate. If you change it, the license plate will be displayed on the ground of the garage. This could make things a little easier if you use it well. This is where rail replacement transportation ends. I received 2.11 million yen.
It led to better sales than I expected.
That's all for now. Thank you for watching.
watching.
Next time, I'd like to increase my profits by adding more routes. If you don't mind, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you.